All right, conflict resolution in a shot glass. So the first step is to respond instead of react, because your knee jerk is going to be a reaction, right? If someone says something that hurts you, someone does something that hurts your feelings, you're going to initially want to react, right? So especially with our intimate partners, and then we become very reactive, and reactions don't do anything. They're not productive. They push people away. So first, take a breath, put that emotional speed bump there so you can actually, instead of reacting, you can actually respond. And so how do you respond? One, make that choice to actually respond. Two, express how you feel. So you're not blaming, you're not saying also that you made me feel a certain way, right? Because there's subtle blame behind that. No one can make you feel anything. You are saying that I feel a certain way, right? You're not saying that you are doing this and making me feel this way. You are saying that because of this, I feel this, right? You are looking inward. You are not pointing fingers. You are not blaming. And then the next step is to express. Oh, someone's celebrating. Did you hear that? I don't know. There's celebrations happening. Lots of conflict resolution happening in that apartment where people are not fighting, but they're celebrating. A lot of yays just came out of that window. Anyway, the next step is to express what you need. And this is where most people drop the ball, because we are not used to telling, especially our partners, what we need, right? So we then have anger and resentment because we expect them to know, and no one can read minds. So you have to express what you need from your partner, right? And you're not demanding, you're not giving ultimatums, you're just saying, more celebrations happening. You are expressing what you need for yourself, right? And this falls under the umbrella of self-care. And it's sexy, it's sexy for someone to say, hey, listen, this is what, in a kind way, this is what I need, right? This is what's lacking. This is what I need. And you're not saying like, if you care about me, then you need to give me this, right? No ultimatums, right? No blaming. And then the final step is to hold that space for your partner or your friend or your family or whoever the conflict is happening with. So by holding that space, that means to then practice empathy, listen to their response, and create room for being empathetic to how they feel, right? Listening to that. And then when I say listening, not just with your ears, but with your body, with your energy, listening, being there. Being present, your heart, right? Listening with your heart. And then finally, listening to what they need, right? And encourage, and if they struggle with that, because most people do, actually ask them, tell me what you need, and I'll tell you if I can give you that, So in a shot glass, conflict resolution is the choice to respond instead of react, right? Most of us react, and that is a pattern that is going to continue to create arguments and unhealthy fighting. So number one, respond, making that choice. Number two, expressing how you feel, right? Bringing it to you, what's going on inside, how do you feel? And also part of how you feel might be you, and if you're aware of that because of your story or your patterns, take ownership of that, right? Expressing how you feel without blaming, judging, or pointing fingers, okay? Step 3 is to tell your partner, your friend, your family, whoever, what you need, okay? And you're also doing this for yourself. By the way, this is an ability that you are going to need, and a muscle that you are going to have to exercise for the rest of your life if you want to live closer to your potential and build self-esteem and self-worth. If you don't have the ability to tell people what you need, it's almost impossible to build a sense of worth and value, right? No one's just gonna constantly read your mind and give you what you need. You're going to have to ask for it. You saying what you need is you telling yourself as well as the world that you matter, that you have value, right? And then step 4, hold that space for the other person. And then what happens is the conflict gets resolved in a healthy way, and you're laying tracks to fight without fighting, right? And then this becomes the new, and you are generating a cycle, a dance, a pattern, an engine for two people to understand each other and get closer, instead of flipped magnets, which then leads to anger, resentment, and lots of walking on eggshells. If you enjoy, if this was helpful for you, please pass it along, share the link, and also, if you want my messages in your phone, I am now texting people, and I'm very protective of your phone number. You will not get any spam. This is not a bot. This comes from my own fingers hitting my keys. Maybe once a week, text to 55222, and the keyword is all caps angry, A-N-G-R-Y, in case you don't know how to spell angry. And then you will be added automatically and getting text from me, hopefully weekly.